So have you been black the whole time?
Nah, you see,
Like, at what point did it change?
I told too many people I was black, so, you know, a few months leading up to the Mobcast, I had to actually switch and become black, so I didn't get roasted by the internet. But, yeah, I've been black the entire time.
All right, man.
People didn't want to believe me.
If anybody doesn't know who you are, just say something.
Say something.
Say who you are.
I am a Twitter troll / COD fan gone streamer, I guess. And I am 1/4 of a group called The Mob, at Twitch Mob on Twitter if you're curious. And yeah, we just stream and have fun online. Got a dope-ass community. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Dope-ass community. And yeah, we just do whatever comes to our mind, whatever games we want to play, and we just have a good time. And people enjoy watching.
So what's it been like? Like the past, what has it been? 4 months? 7 months?
6, 7, 5.
6, 7 months.
Yeah, we're new to the stream game.
How many, whenever you guys first started, like, actually transitioning to making it big, how many tweets did you have to delete?
I mean, that was a voice crack. I mean, in this day and age on Twitter, I feel like if you have any borderline old tweets, they're going to get dug up, and people will bring you down. That is true. So, you know, I had to go back.
And you got some bad tweets.
Yeah, I had to go back and revise a few tweets, but I think I've cleared most of them up. We still say some really stupid shit on Twitter in 2019, but yeah. I deleted a few of them.
So,
living life.
The first time we ever communicated.
Oh, no.
I tweeted a picture of Tina. She now works at Apex. She now works for Apex, but she used to work for Call of Duty. Is this Ghost Tina? Yeah.
Ooh.
She was holding
community dev.
She was holding the gold X Games.
This is the first time
chain. And you tweeted at me because I tweeted a picture of her holding it, and you tweeted at me, "I'll pay you to take it and run and make a Vine of it." That was in June of 2014.
That is the most 2014 COD kid tweet I've ever seen. Vine was still relevant.
Yeah.
Tina was still around. Everyone was.
And we were at the X Games.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
You were talking about those old tweets. Most of them were to Tina. I had some old tweets that are some borderline suspension worthy today. But yeah.
All right, so I don't even know. So I guess. Like, every time you tweeted at me, it got, like, a lot of traction. So you must have been popping prior to that.
I mean...
how did it start?
So that was in high school, and of course, I'm a big COD fan, big Optic fan. You roast me for switching up to Envy for a week and then going back to Optic. I guess I'm kind of fake for that. That's crazy. But, yeah, we were just a bunch of trolls on Twitter. There was no streamer goal or end game with it. We were literally all just on Twitter to have a good time. Like, I would sit in class, in the back of class, let my teacher talk with my laptop up, just on TweetDeck, not paying attention. That's all I do in high school. I was a very big gamer, but yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
We were just trying to...
So you just literally got on Twitter, made your profile picture Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I couldn't switch it. I left it there for a little too long, so when I switched it, people got mad. So I was stuck with it for 5.5 years and never changed it. And every time I tried to, people would get mad. But eventually, you know, I broke through it.
Kinda. It's still weird.
I still get roasted. I got roasted yesterday, actually, for not having it, but that's besides the point.
So, yeah, you go from being a troll.
Yeah.
And then you start gaining a little bit of traction with, like, the actual Call of Duty players.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So, as I said, like, we're just trying to, like, make people laugh every day on Twitter and stuff, just like be funny. Like, we just tweet each other funny stuff, and other people found it funny. And eventually the pros started finding it funny because we were so deep in their community, and we'd tweet them stuff. They'd start tweeting us back, and it just slowly started spreading. And a bunch of the people are still there, like, around today. Like, am I allowed to shout people out? Is that a thing? I'm trying to think of, like, COD kids that are still, like, iPurple, you know, Jay, Beast Caucasian, like, all these people are still here. I mean, and then we got some new people, like Classify, who's a really good friend of mine now.
Right.
But, He was Frosty.
You just picked him up last week.
He came from another planet. I
Right.
still don't think he's a real human being, and I've met him twice. Yeah, people. Mako. That's the rest of the boys right there. Ace Slug's still around. I currently have him blocked on Twitter. That's a tough scene, but he's an old COD kid. But yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
And we started interacting and becoming friends. And now
That's-
here we are.
Dude, that's I can't believe it's one of the weirdest scenes because obviously this is when I that tweet is when I first knew who you were, but the first time that I ever really truly experienced the Twitter juice that you guys were all talking about was UMG Dallas. There was only one stream.
Yeah.
And the Nadeshot, Scump, who was it? Nadeshot, Scump, Clay, and Proof, I think.
Yeah.
They got kicked
That
out
optic.
of winners super early. So they were playing on a side station, and everybody wanted to know.
Updates.
Everyone wanted to know the updates.
I remember this day.
So I was tweeting out updates like crazy.
You were in the
I actually
venue.
got in trouble from G Fuel because of this.
What?
Yeah. Because
That
I
was a
there.
legendary moment.
I know.
Everyone was locked in on your Twitter account that day.
So I went from 2,000 followers to 12,000 followers in 2 hours.
Because there was no information being given on the
Yeah.
biggest team in the game.
Right.
And you were that.
Dude, the juice from that's when I was like, okay, these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's just try to be as funny as possible. And then once a little wave of something happens, it's a snowball effect. So everyone's tweeting, I remember you guys were tweeting Hitches, or my @, was Hitch a Ride at the time. They were like, Hitch a Ride's Twitter feed right now is just absolutely insane.
I was sitting on your profile just refreshing,
Yeah.
waiting.
Dude.
And people would be forming tweets off of what you were tweeting, funny tweets, funny memes, all off of your profile. We were running off of small information or little information.
Dude, that was actually crazy.
Yeah, it was so
and
fun.
I would tweet. I was on an iPhone 4, so it was like a brick.
Oh,
so
man.
I would tweet, and there was so many interactions every time I hit tweet that my phone would crash. So I would tweet, my phone would crash, and by the time my phone would restart, I would just type another update. So it's not like I had any reason to update. I was just tweeting as much as I could.
But you were pumping out tweets.
Yeah.
You were pumping out tweets.
I was literally tweeting it's 6-3 right now in hardpoint. It just
You
started.
were getting praised that day,
Yeah.
too. Everyone was like, thank the Lord for Hitch a Ride. It
was crazy,
No one
man.
had any clue what was going on.
Dude, it was so
was fun.
wild.
That was
yeah.
fun.
And then I remember I lost a lot of followers after that.
That's a tough
but
scene. People
but then
were-
I did get in trouble. I got in trouble
How'd
from
you get in
G
trouble with that?
because G Fuel flew me out to shoot stuff for G Fuel. And
Shout out G Fuel,
and
Code
for
Mom.
the and for the G Fuel for the G Fuel teams. So I was supposed to get shots of the G Fuel teams and the product and all that stuff. And instead, I'm sitting behind Nadeshot, who's not they're sponsored by Red Bull.
Yeah,
and
the
I'm just
conflicting-
tweeting about.
Oh, okay. That makes
You know what I
sense.
mean? It makes
That
sense.
makes
but at the
sense.
time, I just all I cared about was juice.
Yeah.
That's all I really.
that's
cared
all
about.
anyone cared about back then.
Yeah.
That's all I was tweeting for.
Dude, I remember that's when the Seek Hour
Yeah,
stuff
we would
happened.
literally we would have an hour time slot on Twitter
Yeah.
where everyone would agree to get on. It was from 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. I remember
nerdy
this.
this is.
And it was called Seek Hour. And everyone in our community, this is when we started really growing, and all the funny different guys started coming into
Yeah.
the community. And we just have an hour period set for if you had any funny tweets that you thought of in the day, you'd put them on the timeline at this hour. And you just sit there
Yeah.
dying laughing on Twitter for an hour straight.
Literally for an hour. I literally used to sit on my ex-girlfriend's bed on my phone and just do this. And she used to get so mad. And she was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "It's
Seek
9
hour, you
It's
wouldn't
9 p.m.
understand.
I have to be on Twitter because I could get 1,000 followers in the next hour."
You'd slap up a tweet and just have a ton of likes because everyone's looking at the timeline. It was a good idea.
Yeah.
It was the nerdiest thing we've ever done.
Definitely
it was
nerdy.
It was a good idea, though. It was a good
was.
idea. Got those impressions up for everyone.
So then I'm kind of I don't know about the timeline or whatever, but I go from that to tweeting at you guys a lot. That's when Fave Active was huge.
Yeah.
There wasn't Twitter likes yet. It was
Every
Twitter
single
faves.
person, just seeing how many likes you could get on a fave effect and all that. Yeah.
And then after that, I make the Twitch mob rap.
Ooh.
So I was huge into obviously battle rap, which we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And so some sort of acapella rap, and I just wanted to do something. I guess I was also on the sticks a lot at the time in
Yeah.
Kingdom,
Kingdom Soldier.
Yeah, he loved
Nice
he
guy.
loved rap as well. So I was like, it'd be kind of funny just to throw this together. And I remember the first time I ever streamed was an AW. I streamed.
You're taking me back.
Yeah, right.
Memories are
I
coming
streamed off of my Mac, so you can't see a face cam or anything. And you guys were all like, "Do the Twitch mob."
I
rap.
remember this. I literally forgot about
Right.
that. I forgot about that first stream, but it's all coming
So
back.
it was the first stream I ever did, and I had like 700 viewers.
Yeah.
And then I did the Twitch mob rap, and you guys were freaking out.
Oh.
And then I recorded the actual video the next day, and then put it up. Dude,
That broke Twitter. Everyone was freaking out because it was good. It was literally good, and it was just rap about the community, and it was funny.
it wasn't like I'll snipe you with an intervention. And, you know what I mean? Like nothing like that. I tried just to make it as funny or as clean as possible.
It was clean.
And I remember I did it, and I was like, nobody's gonna get this except for these, like 13 guys that I'm talking about. So I think that they would appreciate it. But dude, it got a lot of views.
Yeah.
Like for back then, I was averaging like 700 views a video, and it got like 10,000.
So like people, the newer like generation, I guess, of like the Twitch mob followers think that it's just like it started with us four, and like it was us four from the get go. But I guess like the community really started like way back when it was called like the Twitch Illuminati or something. I forgot what we called ourselves, but we literally that's when we would just hop around. This was before Twitch like tightened up their terms of service rules and stuff. We would hop around chats in 2014 like 700 people at a time just saying like this is the new stream. Everyone just go spam the chat and just see like we would just think of what we could make the streamer do at the time. That's the most like outrageous thing they could do on stream. Like
you guys made so many people twerk.
Yeah, we made a lot of people twerk, and now we would get banned for that. But this was back when Twitch was a little more lenient. We just had people twerk. I remember we'd make people rap, freestyle rap on stream. There's so many different things we did.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
Because I remember the mob raids would happen, and I think that's when you started calling yourselves the mob.
Yeah, people and like the bigger names of the community would get in on it. Like I remember Benson would always, whenever we do it, he'd always be on the timeline tweeting out the streams too, hopping in.
I remember back in the day, like Bose was one of the biggest like streamers back then, and he whenever you guys raided because this is before raids, this is before hosts, this is before bits, this is before like
a simple time on Twitch.
Like literally I think maybe you could sub, and that was
maybe
it.
just views and maybe a subscription.
Yeah, so I remember like I got mobbed or whatever you guys called it, and I remember seeing. I went back and I was like watching it. It was like I remember Bose was in there and Attach was in there, and I was like, you guys, like I don't know how you did this. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody tweets. You're the only person that's come from Twitter, like you four. Like no one just tweets and then all of a sudden everyone knows who they are. You know what I mean?
I really don't know how it happened. I just it went best case scenario, I feel like.
Yeah.
But there were just so many funny accounts, and I feel like there wasn't really like an organized like subgroup, I guess, of the COD community like that until, I mean, there's like the sniper side, like the competitive gaming side of stuff, but like just strictly like memes and stuff related to COD, I feel like that's really like what we were there for.
I think a big part of it started with like the Toon accounts.
Oh,
do you remember those?
Optic Keela or whatever his name was. It was
Was that
J? Purple. His name was like Wiz Keela. He was a Toon account. He would tweet man.
Dude, like those old thinking tweets about it is like cringy.
It's so cringy. We'd look at old screenshots and he would just like butcher his grammar on purpose to be a Toon count and like replicate kill his tweets. Cringiest thing ever, but it was very funny.
But it was super funny. There was like nude shot or like nude shet.
Nerd was Nade Shots, and then he became kind of toxic as the years went on. But that's besides the point.
That's what I'm saying. There was a bunch of them, and everyone tried, and you guys would embrace some people, and then some people just weren't funny enough for you guys.
And now 5 years later, we look back on it and say that's really cringy. But I know in 5 years from now, we're gonna look back on today and be like, wow, those distorted videos that everyone's laughing at that is really stupid. But
that's very true. But
that was the
what's
time
in right now.
Yeah,
they're gonna get a lot of impressions if you tweet stuff like that, and coming up with the like original funny tweets is
there's a lot of mob mentality on Twitter. No pun intended. A lot of mob mentality on Twitter. But it's funny.
Have you ever formally explained why you didn't show your face?
Yes, ish. On the Mobcast, I gave like a brief explanation. So there were so many theories. They were like, he's in a government family, like his dad's a CIA agent. Like,
I just thought you were ugly. That's what I thought.
People thought I was 500 pounds, 5'2", like built like a rhombus, but instead,
you know the guy, the Polar Express meme?
Yeah,
that's what I thought you looked like. That was what was in my mind for like 4 years.
I feel like I'm a pretty outgoing person. Like, people thought I was really like scared, nervous, passive, stuff like that. But it was solely because in high school, all I wanted to do was compete at the Division I level for track and field, and I eventually did that. But as y'all know, with NCAA rules, NCAA is a tight system. So if I'm out there promoting like G Fuel and stuff while I'm on a team, that's a no-go. So my way around that was to just never let anyone know who I was and just not stream with the webcam and stuff. But I split with the track team last fall, and ever since, here we are. Nah, we good. We don't have to. You
got kicked out.
Quiet down over there.
You got kicked off the team.
Yeah, I got kicked off the team. Do you want to know the reason?
Yes. I would love to know the reason you got kicked off.
So my roommate and I got into a fight. I've never fought anyone in my life, and I love this kid to death. He's my best friend. We got into a fight, and he put me through a table, and I got a concussion. And due to that concussion and concussion protocol,
so they kicked you out
I
for
couldn't
losing
practice on the team. And my coach was like, "Wow, like you're a dumbass. I'm kicking you off the team." Damn. And yeah, little did I know that was the best thing that happened to me in the past year.
The best thing that happened to you was you got your ass kicked.
Getting kicked off the team.
Yeah.
And I thank my roommate. Thank you for giving me a concussion and making me a part of the Twitch. My life, I don't know how some shit happened, but here we are. Here we are.
It's definitely crazy. Yeah. So yeah, you don't show how was it? Like, can you say what school you were going to?
Yeah, everyone knows Virginia Tech. Whenever I stream, I just have Virginia Tech stuff all in the background.
Oh shit, I thought you were just a fan. I didn't know you went there.
I go to Virginia Tech. Yeah, it's a big school.
So you still in class?
Yeah, I'm still there. I have school tomorrow, and I have a flight tomorrow. I have class tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Sorry, teacher, I'm not gonna make it.
Damn. Yeah. Your teacher watches your videos?
I don't know. It's your video.
It's my video.
You never know.
But that is true, I guess. That is true.
I'm sorry.
Are you still on TweetDeck in the back of the class?
Yes, as usual.
Are you failing your classes?
I'm on my phone. No, I'm not gonna say I'm a good student, but I'd say I'm a slightly above average student.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like a B level student. I've never been like that smart, but I've never been that stupid. Like I'll pay attention. Like when I try, I'll get good grades.
Right. So what's your end goal? Is it
my end goal?
Is it in media? Is it like in content?
The way everything's going with the mob, shout out Frosty Cod Team, the way everything's going with us, we're having a lot of fun, and I feel like this sounds corny, but I feel like we built something special with like the community we have on Twitter. Like it's a very, very like we know,
like a cult. It's
a
cult.
We know like streamers have their normal viewers, like a few mods, they recognize a few like VIPs and stuff, but I feel like we genuinely know a majority of the people who watch our streams, like personally on Twitter, whether if we follow them or not, like we'll see them on our timeline at some point. We like understand what's going on with our community very well, and with the way everything's going, I'd love to take this as far as we can.
Yeah. I mean, no, I definitely think you guys have
got a lot of people supporting us, and it's incredible, and I love it, and we're on the incline, I think. Yeah. I'd like to think. I don't know, Frosty, you tell me.
Cause just like the four of you guys, whenever you are, you know, in the podcast together or playing games together, like it's super entertaining all the time, just because all of you guys have very different personalities.
All four very different people.
Yeah.
And from very different backgrounds. I think we're a diverse. Frosty's Albanian, Classy's Russian.
You're what?
I'm a first generation African American. Both my parents are from Africa, and then Mako's our American. Or you Italian? You got some Italian in him too. Yeah, but he's our American pride. Mako's the golden boy in the group. Let's be real.
Definitely.
Mako is the golden boy, and gets credited for having the most brains. Because Classy, Frosty, and I are just called stupid every day, but you know, it's fine. You heard me.
So that's what I'm saying. Like with all your content that you do now, it's like super entertaining to watch, but it's not in real life content. Do you think it's going to eventually branch into that?
Oh, we really want to start getting into YouTube, and we know that when we start doing stuff together, if we were all under like one roof one day, collabing and doing stuff IRL, like that's really what we'd hope would take us to quote unquote the next level. I mean, I hope people aren't there for gameplay on our streams because we stink. We suck at video games. Okay, Mako's good at CSGO, but other than that, I genuinely don't think any of us are good at any other video games. I'll give Mako CSGO credit. He's a good player.
Are you still playing Fortnite?
I'll play Fortnite here and there. I recently started streaming FIFA on Xbox. Yeah, I get roasted for being on Xbox. I love Xbox. I enjoy my Xbox more than I enjoy my PC and when I played on PS4. And people will get mad at me about that, but I'm a console gamer. Gamer at heart. But FIFA I've been playing recently, and I stink at that. And my chat just roasts me. And I almost cried on stream the other day.
You almost cried?
Yeah, because I was getting worked on FIFA. I was sad. No, I didn't almost cry, but it was a pretty tough scene. I'm very, very bad at video games, but yeah, I've started streaming FIFA as of late. Fortnite I'll go back to occasionally. It's kind of but
so do you think do you think you guys are going to live in a house together? Is that what your goal is?
That's the end goal, hopefully. And I know some of the stuff that we could make video-wise would be very, very funny.
So, like, in 2 years, is there going to be a Twitch mob COD team that plays? And what would a Twitch mob COD team's jersey look like?
Probably have some, like, shit-posting Twitter-related stuff on it, like some dumb meme. I don't know. Something funny. But it would look clean, too. Dominion of the Bob. That's a deep fried meme. We're not even gonna discuss that one, but yeah, something like that. I don't know, but a COD team one day, we can only hope. Yeah, we can only hope if we get that big for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm so like drawn to what you guys are doing because I'm doing something pretty similar. Like just not really banking on collabs from like a ton of other people and just relying on like the core chemistry to drive the content, and it's working, man. Like I think at the end of the day, like you can definitely do a lot of good content with with a bunch of other successful streamers, but you can also do what Nick Merckx did with MFam, and you can just basically just rely on the vibes of every stream, and eventually it's going to get addicting. Yeah, as long as you're having fun.
I always say this to them. I remind them like weekly about this. I feel like I don't know how I would have done this without like a group. Yeah. I feel like I'm someone who wouldn't be as motivated to stream and stuff solo, or it wouldn't just be as fun. Like like especially with you can relate. You always have the core group of guys that you can go back to, play video games with. People start liking you for y'all's friendship online and stuff like that. And having Classy, Mako, and Frosty, like whenever I want to stream, like, oh, like you want to play this game, you guys want to talk, do something, like that's something special. Yeah,
for sure. It's like very important to surround yourself with people that are also like motivated, and it seems like you guys are super motivated.
I just love groups and like the crew, like KRSB and all of them. That was like the first like gaming group that I saw succeed, and I loved watching their videos, and I was there for those YouTube videos for their friendship and for their humor and all of that stuff. Same with you guys, Team Summertime, like y'all's humor, you guys mix well, you connect well, and I don't know, something about the group aspect streamer wise is a little more. That sounds kind of biased, but I feel like it's a little more special to me.
Yeah,
just watching groups.
Is it weird being rich now? I'm
not rich at all. I tried to buy this Apple Watch and my card got declined yesterday. So I'm not rich at all.
I just see you all four of you guys have 1,000+ subs all the time.
Yeah.
And now you're getting here. I hear about you guys bagging e-girls. I heard that Frosty was in the bathroom with somebody.
Bagging e-girls?
I heard that Frosty was in the bathroom with some e-girl.
I mean, yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Frosty.
With Beast?
Yeah. Frosty, yeah. Frosty's a player. Frosty's a player. People don't know that. But his dashing looks and chiseled jawline, yeah. Oh. He gets any girl he wants, pretty much.
Another thing I want to talk about was when you went to LA.
Ooh.
So I've only heard this from other people's experience, but this is what Jack told me. So Jack's sitting there.
Jack Courage Dunlop.
So Jack's sitting there and he's telling me about this crazy party. It's the who was it?
Notch's
party. Yeah, the Minecraft. Yeah. So Notch is huge.
Yeah.
Obviously. What, billionaire?
Billionaire.
Multi-billionaire, probably.
1.4 billion.
1.4, yeah, okay. 1.4 billion. So his parties are insane. Everybody goes.
Great Gatsby.
Like I think Jack told me he bent down and bumped into somebody on the way up and went to go say sorry, and it was David Dobrik, and he was just like, you know what I mean? Like just like this weird.
No, David Dobrik was just hovering around the party. It threw me off because I was looking for Notch at the point, and I was asking people around. Like I was kind of drunk at this point. I was asking everyone in the party, like, "Where's Notch? I need to find Notch for like some reason." And I walk up to a group of people, start tapping. I'm like, "Have you guys seen Notch?" And I like look up and do a little like panorama around like who I'm talking to, and then like my head like swung back to the guy in the middle. It's like I was speaking a sentence and I just cut off, and I was like, wait a second, and like I was like, I know you, and then I finished my sentence. Then I asked him for a selfie after. Slapped him on Twitter. I fanboyed a little.
No, I can't imagine being in your shoes and then going to a Notch
just
party.
Being a Twitter kid yanked over to LA, who's always been on the East Coast his whole life, thrown into a situation with the biggest people on Twitch, Ninja, Tim, Nick Merckx, Courage, and all these people, all these big names, and just asked to be yourself.
Jack was talking to me, and he was like, well, he calls you Ava. First of all, it shouldn't be Ava.
Yeah, it shouldn't. But I let people decide, but I always say, is it an avalanche or is it an avalanche?
Right. Because he calls you Ava every time. So I'm thinking it's Ava. It's not. Walking around.
It's not, but it can be.
Yeah.
It can be.
And I was like, what is she doing there? And then he was like, who's she? And I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, he said you were walking around the party asking celebrities where Notch was. Yeah. Because you wanted to get Mud Dog in. Yeah. Which is
when I'm cool and I'm motivated, I don't care who I'm talking to. I asked Chantel Jeffries where Notch was. I didn't know who that was until after the party. I had no clue who that was. I don't know who Chantel Jeffries is still, really. But I asked her where Notch was, and someone told me, like, yeah, that was Chantel. I was like, oh, well, she didn't know where Notch was. So she was no help.
So he was just saying that, you know, you were acting... Or you were drunk and just had no cares, and then you had
Ninja and I were trying to get Mud Dog and J-Cap in.
Yeah, and then he said, and then I walked outside, and Avalanche Twitch is having a heart-to-heart with Ninja.
Yeah, we were sitting there like this with each other, like arms linked, looking at each other. He was like, "No, man, like trust me, I'm gonna get him in." Like I really don't remember what we were talking about. But Ninja is one of the coolest people I met on that trip too. That man's down to earth.
That's crazy
from personal experience now. Gets a lot of hate online, but I mean, with being as big as he is, that's gonna come.
Right.
But he is a very, very cool guy. He walked straight in. First thing he did when he walked in to the bar where we were just eating and stuff when they arrived, sat down and said, "Hey man, heard it's your birthday," and just started interacting with me for like 10 minutes straight, just talking straight to me like no one else was there. Yeah, no, I'm sitting there like ninja. but yeah, I thought that was special though. How he interacted with me.
Because I try to think back about like when I first started, and I've only had one like fanboy moment, and it was just because it was unexpected. Blake and I we were editing at UGC Niagara. We were editing at like 10 p.m. In the lobby, and we were just typing, and I looked up, and the guy's walking, and I looked up in his scump, and for a second I was like,
he did a double take.
I did a double take, and then I looked down, and I looked at Blake, and Blake was like, "Is that Scump?" I was like, yeah, which is funny now because he's like one of my good friends, and he's super goofy, and I can't stand him.
I met him last night. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. So, did you have any of those moments, like? Because LA was the first time you met people, right?
Okay, yeah. The LA was the first time I've ever met anyone from the gaming world, and the rest of the mob guys can vouch because they were all not there, sadly. But when Ninja walked in and Tim walked in and Nick walked in and they sat down, I'm sitting at the table and I'm like, okay, here I am.
I can't imagine
LA.
that.
I'm looking to my right, Courage, Tim the Tapman, Nick Merckx, Ninja, Nadeshot, Fwiz, J-Cap, Mud Dog. I'm just looking around like, where and like how did I wind up here? So and I'm off of a few Red Bull vodkas at this point. Right. So I stand up and I go to the bathroom just for like a break. Like this was the fanboy moment. I was like, I can't be at this table right now. And I get on the phone, and this is where the mob guys can vouch. I just start putting in messages to the chat. I'm like, oh my God, like I don't know what's going on. I'm loving this so much. I was like, boys, like I can't wait to grind. Like I love you. Like I'm about to get shipped off to Afghanistan. Like I'm literally like, I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Yeah. And then I get a text message from Courage like, bro, are you good in there? Like, it's been 7 minutes and you're still in the bathroom. And I was like, I splashed some water on my face, just walked out, played it cool, sat down and said, yeah. It's acted normal. I mean, that was the fanboy moment. I went to the bathroom and started freaking out.
I mean, I would say,
I'm not going to lie about it. I was freaking out. Like, I'm a random out there in LA hanging out with the Twitch big shots, but yeah.
I mean, I would say that's like normal, but it's, I mean, what you went through, like everybody has one of those moments, but nobody has those moments. Yeah. I saw the picture of you, your selfie with you, and that whole table, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Ninja was like, is there anything you want for like your birthday or like whatever? I was like,
you're like a Tesla?
No. No, I said the only thing I want is just a photo from this whole experience. And I was sitting on the side of this time, and he was like, okay, like you like take your ass to the front, we'll all sit behind you, and like Courage said we're all just gonna like point at you and sit in the back. And you saw the Get Out picture that came from that photo. You've seen the movie Get Out, right? And all the white people standing in the back of the bus. Someone took that photo and then took the picture from Get Out and put it was Gilda Fishy, and he tweeted it. Oh man, it was so funny. But it was a good time.
Yeah.
And they put me front and center in the photo, which I thought was really special.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something big, especially when
I expected some egos out there too, like. When you're a fan and like you see all these big people in the gaming community, you really think that like someone you're gonna meet is gonna have like a big ego, not treat you the same because they have more followers than you or something. But
out of every all those guys, those guys are all like so cool. Some of the most genuine people. I mean, I don't know like Tim, but everyone else like
Tim's the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, but I'm assuming. He is. So, I had a question. Anyway. So let's talk last thing, I guess.
Last thing, let's go.
About how much better I am at rapping than you are.
All right, okay. Let me give you guys a background story here. I'm streaming one day. I don't know what happened. How did we wind up rapping each other? Were you streaming? Or
in 2014, November of 2014.
She's got the receipts pulled up.
You tweeted, said, I'll body bag anyone right now in rapping.
Oh man!
I started getting added like crazy.
We had a rap on the timeline just through tweets, and you won the rap. So I
didn't win. I destroyed you. Like I think you cried. Right,
yeah,
you had to have cried.
Nah, you got the story mixed up.
Okay. What's the story?
But we wound up actually rapping on stream. And Courage was like the ref. I remember it. We were all in Discord, and he was like reffing it. He was like, all right, round one, Avalanche, let's go. And I bodied you in the first round. You were nervous.
Believe you said uno, dos.
Oh, wow. That was round 3. Round 1, I actually had some bars. And you were nervous, and I won. Remember, we had a straw poll in the chat on who won each round.
We had a straw poll in a Twitch mob chat.
I won the first round.
Of course, they're going to vote for you.
I won the first round. You were like, oh. Like,
it's crazy that you had all of your fans in the chat, and they still voted for me the next 2 rounds.
So I did lose 2-1, but I had you shook round 1. You can't lie. I had you shook.
The very first time we battled, let me read the tweets.
Oh, man. I don't even want to hear him.
So this is right after you were an Envy fan for a week.
Oh, yeah, for a week.
You said, this battle ain't done. We're just starting the fun. Bars.
That's a bar. What you know about that?
About to show up to your block with a loaded gun.
Yep. Wow. I get suspended for that nowadays.
I'm instructed by Neslo, the lethal one. What did you mean? What did you mean by that?
So you see, back in those
This is what I'm talking about. You guys tweet too much. All I did was type in your name. All right.
I'm not going to explain that one. I'm going to leave that to the OGs of the community. If you guys know about the Neslo jokes, then you know. And the thing is, that's what I was saying, like about our community being so funny. The pros joined in on those Neslo jokes back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain what they were.
I mean, even Sharp.
Yeah. Everyone, like, Sharp would just put out Neslo jokes all the time.
I think Neslo's like chill with them now.
Yeah.
Like he thinks they're funny now. But at the time, it was just like, he would get pissed. So then I said, instructed by Neslo, like that gives you props. My bars will get you in a phase. You're still getting dropped because Neslo had just got dropped by phase.
I mean, that bar was kind of mid.
Okay, but then you said
that was kind of average though.
I got no crave to join phase. What, like,
bro, chill.
Because they ain't got the juice.
That's bars.
I think everyone knows is optic or noose.
That's a bar right there. That's heat.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Then
I was rubbing my hands.
Battling you, when do I start trying? Weren't you an Envy fan a week ago? Toss you a rope. You better start tying.
Yeah, and that got a bunch of likes, and everyone started calling
That was
me.
when you gave up and cried.
Yeah.
I think that's when that happened.
Timeline decided you won.
Yeah.
I kind of went to sleep after that.
Right.
I thought about my actions.
That was one of the moments I was sitting on my ex's bed. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm body bagging a guy on Twitter." Don't worry.
You did win. You won. I'll give you that.
So I'm up 2-0.
No, that doesn't count.
Why?
You're up 1-0.
No, that
doesn't count.
definitely
Timeline
counts.
rap doesn't
Dude, this
count.
is when
I'm talking.
You had more followers. You had more juice.
Nah.
And I still just came through and I stole your whole fan base. I stole all of them. Honestly, if I hadn't body bagged you there, who knows where I would be now?
Can you change your Twitter bio? Why is your Twitter bio what it is right now?
Well, because you're not verified.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you.
You got a verified hookup, bro? Can you shoot off a text?
No. Well, yeah, I do. I do, but you got to earn it.
Fakes expose themselves. Fakes expose themselves.
So yeah, if you put up 3,000, we'll battle again.
3,000.
You'll get.
Did you hear me when I said I got declined for my Apple Watch? Where do you think I'm gonna get 3K from? I did. Nah, that's not gonna happen. But you're up 1-0. 1-0.
All right, yeah, I'm up 2-0. So
okay.
One thing I do remember what I was gonna say earlier. It's gotta be cool having all these people like rise to. I mean, you've kind of. I don't know if you're good at like picking out people that you think is gonna blow up, because it's happened like. Not saying I blew up, but we've been tweeting at each other since 2014, way before like
Everything.
before G Fuel, before
a lot,
before Optic Intel, before
We've been
Optic
friends since the beginning, man.
Yeah,
it's really cute.
And then it happened with Jack too. Like you and Jack always going back and forth at it when he was a caster. Yeah. Now he's an A-list celebrity. Yeah.
At least he thinks he's an A-list celebrity.
Yeah, that's very true. His ego's through the damn roof. It's crazy.
Jack really switched up. That's crazy.
I mean, did it happen with Nadeshot, or how did that happen?
Nadeshot, I was just a mod in his chat and a super
Right.
fanboy. And my first ever video I watched, I remember the coolest kid on Xbox Live, which is a video with Lil Sack, who I wound up playing with last year with the rest of the mob guys.
What the
We
hell?
found him. He lives. Where does he live? Like,
y'all are creeps.
he lives in like Minnesota. He has a deep ass voice. He got on. He was like, "Yo, it's Lil Sack." I was like, "Dog,
Like, you're big Sack. That's big Sack.
You're a large Sack now, dog." My bad. You take my stream, bro. This isn't my stream anymore. Dude, it was funny. It was funny.
So how do you do that? How do you
find Lil Sack?
how do you no? Well, yes. Did you find his IP or something?
Yeah, no, yeah. He got the Lizard Squad. No, I'm kidding. No, he tweeted us and said, "Yo, it's Lil Sack from back in the day," and we actually like looked through his stuff, and it really was him, and decided to play with him.
That's crazy. But yeah, how does it happen where you just know who's gonna you know who to talk to before you get more followers? Like, you literally went viral because Jax was on your stream, and then the mom thing happened.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
would that have happened?
I wish I had a webcam for that. That's a shame that was before the face reveal.
Right.
But yeah, and the funny thing was, one of my friends showed me that clip not knowing I streamed and it was me, and just showed me like the funny clip, because Barstool Sports put it on their Instagram. Right. And he just showed me, he was like, "Yo, this was pretty funny." I was like, "Yeah, like that's pretty funny,
me.
dude." But yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of my IRL friends, not on the gaming side of things, are slowly starting to find out about all this mobs. It's hard to explain. I've had to explain myself. People are like, "You know Ninja? Do you know Ninja? Like, are you a Fortnite pro?" Like, when they think you're a streamer, like all the people on the outside are like, just think you're a pro in Fortnite. Right. That's all you do. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It's
fun to explain.
When I went through that too, I was just like, well, I can't like hide this forever. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm
just gonna own it.
I'm just gonna own it. I started tweeting. I started publicly posting it on Facebook and on Instagram, like, which is where all my like IRL friends, they don't really follow me on Twitter, but I started posting about it like when I first came back from my first event, and I was working for UMG, and I was like, well, now's the time to tell people about it. So
you gotta own it.
Like Blake and George are slowly starting to do it too, because nobody knows.
Yeah.
Or not a lot of people.
So you literally just took your IRL Instagram and just made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I have 2 right now, and I don't think I should. I think I'm gonna delete one of them and just go with who I am now, I guess.
Or you should just send everybody from your IRL one to your new
shout
one.
out to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do that. Maybe. We'll see.
Well, yeah, dude. Regardless, I'm super happy for you guys. I seriously am. I mean, you guys are crushing it. A lot of people I love you guys' content, and a lot of people are really rooting for you to make, because it's a crazy story. It's a crazy story. You guys are just Twitter trolls, and
we're just trying to have fun with it.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with it right now. That's what
Right.
fuels it. I told them like the day like this is not fun for me, or like I feel like it's a job to wake up and stream or something like
Yeah.
that. Like we're not even like full-time streamers technically, but I said when I stop enjoying it, I don't want to do it anymore. But just like the friendship I've made with those three, and the fact that other people find that interesting and funny to watch is crazy for me, and I'm just happy for what we've done.
Yeah, man.
And where we've come.
for sure. I'm happy for you guys. All right, I think that's going to do it for the conversation with Avalanche. Make sure to go follow Avalanche. Make sure to follow the Twitch Mob. Follow the rest of the Twitch Mob except for Gigi Frosty.
Yeah, don't follow Frosty.
Yeah.
Follow Classify and Mako. Frosty.
Yeah.